What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool shit almost every single day, and Trick or Treat Studios has released Michael Myers action figures. Oh my god! And while I am just as happy as anyone about this, I think I'm also here to bring us all back down to earth sometimes, and that is exactly what I am going to do in this video.
Oh my god, you're gonna be so negative. I can't believe you could be so negative. How can you be so negative?
So we are going to be taking a look one by one at the Myers action figures that they released at that toy fair. We're going to be looking them over, and I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts about these figures. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. So before we get too far in, I want to let everybody know that I am just as excited as anyone else about this. Anytime there is new Myers merch out on the market, I am a happy guy. Whether it is a Funko Pop or something cool like the 18-inch Myers NECA figure, Myers product is Myers product, and that is the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
So yes, I'm very excited. Thank you to Trick or Treat Studios for making this happen. And with that being said, I do have a couple of... They're not complaints, so I don't really know what you would call them. Just warnings, I guess. Now, as we look at these figures, you have to remember that these are the artist's copies. These are the prototypes. These are as good as they will ever get. These are going to be the action figures that they use in the catalog photos and what you think you are buying. So just keep that in mind. You are looking at the best of the best and absolute one-of-a-kind handmade product, and that the rest are going to be mass-produced. And it goes without saying they will not look this good. I'm going to make a comparison to the McDonald's menus. When you see the burgers in the commercials or on the menus when you go to order and you get your food, it looks completely fucking different, and that is just the way that it is. Serious collectors understand this, but for any new guys that are thinking that they're going to be getting this amazing product for apparently $120, you're probably going to be a bit disappointed when you open the box and realize that it is not exactly the same. That is not to shit on Trick or Treat Studios. I think pretty much all companies do this with their catalog photos, but wanted to get that out of the way first. It's been historically proven that the catalog photos do not exactly match up with the actual product. So now that that's out of the way, I also want to mention pre-orders, because I'm absolutely certain that Trick or Treat Studios is going to offer pre-orders for these products, and I am here to tell you without a doubt, do not fucking sign up for those pre-orders. Another historically proven thing, especially with Trick or Treat Studios, is that people that buy this stuff in stores or from other online dealers typically get them first. It happened big time with the Halloween 2018 Michael Myers masks from Trick or Treat Studios. And apparently it also just happened with the Nameless Ghouls and Nameless Ghoulette masks from Ghost that came from Trick or Treat Studios as well. Lots of people signed up for pre-orders on those, and I know that a fair bit of people ended up getting theirs from other online dealerships first. So, don't pre-order. I will say that, absolutely do not pre-order. I think that everybody has learned their lesson with that one, but just in case, don't pre-order. And with that out of the way, we can go ahead and take a look, and the first one that we're going to be looking at is going to be the 1978 Michael Myers. And looking this over, it looks really, really well done. The hands kind of throw me for a loop, but the mask itself looks absolutely fantastic, and I am not a big fan of cloth jumpsuits on figures, so I think that's just personal preference. I can't really knock that because I just don't think that it looks good. I think that a static figure with an actual sculpted jumpsuit would look far better, but I also know people that really like cloth suits on figures, so I think that's just personal preference, and I won't deduct any points for that one there. The hands really do look strange to me. I don't know why it is, but this isn't the only figure that seems to have oddly proportioned hands. But with that being said, I will say the mask looks fucking great. It definitely looks like the best H1 mask sculpt on the market. Definitely better than NECA's. And maybe that's because this is a 12-inch figure, and the closest thing we have to this is a NECA figure that is 7 or 8 inches, can't remember. But I will say that the mask sculpt on this definitely looks better than the smaller NECA figures. So moving on, we will take a look at the Halloween 2018 Myers figure, and again, the hands really just throw me for a loop on this. I also feel like the jumpsuit is a little too skin tight, on top of the fact that I don't like cloth jumpsuits already. But once again, this looks like a fantastic sculpt, much better than the 7-inch Myers that come from NECA. I think that the sculpt on this mask absolutely blows that one out of the water. And yeah, I think I like this figure more than the 78 figure for sure. But I would definitely have to have someone make me a different suit. I'm just not digging that suit. It also looks really clean, so I don't know if that's the filter on the photo or the lighting or what, but it definitely looks like a very clean suit. Still got some weird hands there though. Moving on to the H5 figure, this one definitely definitely seems to be the best out of the lot. We haven't gotten to the H4 figure yet, and there is an H4 figure, but I will say that I think sculpturally the mask looks the closest to the real deal on this, and I think that the jumpsuit fits him just right, and the hands don't look too weird or wonky. I think that everything about this figure looks perfect, and out of all four, this one is definitely the best in my opinion. So I will probably go ahead and pick that one up, and I am absolutely over the moon about the fact that they have decided to do an H4 and an H5 figure, because for way too long we haven't gotten merchandise from those individual films. Everything was either 78 or 2018, so it definitely feels nice knowing that some of the underappreciated movies are getting some love, and they're underappreciated for a reason, but yeah, I think we can all agree that it was about time that they started to get some attention. So H4 especially. H5 is a garbage movie, but it's a part of my childhood, so nostalgia's sake, I'm definitely happy about that. And with that one out of the way, we will take a look at the H4. Definitely the weirdest looking out of the lot. I don't know what it is about it, but it seems to have an hourglass figure. The mask itself does not impress me that much. I feel like the hair is too big. I feel like the mask is too elongated, and I'm just not a fan. And once again, we've got some really weird, unproportionate hands, but I will say that the burns on the hands are a nice touch, and I could say that about H5 as well, but I just forgot to throw it in there. Yeah, H4, definitely disappointed with this one. I think all of the other ones are definitely passable, and I will probably be picking them up, but this H4 is just a hot mess of weirdness going on. It looks like maybe multiple people were involved with this, and decisions that could have been avoided just weren't. So the H4 is a flop for me. I'm definitely not a fan of that one. And yeah, that concludes the Myers figures. Obviously, they released some other ones. I definitely saw a Terrifier clown in there, and unfortunately, that one is the best looking out of all of them. It definitely looks the truest to the screen accurate art from Terrifier, and that's unfortunate because it is Terrifier. But yeah, I am definitely excited to see what else comes from this. I would love to see an H2 variant because I definitely think that they could get the mask a little better looking than the NECA H2 figures. And I also like this size a little bit better, and I'm not crazy about the movable parts and like the G.I. Joe style, but I do like the bigger size, if you know what I mean. And I think that stuff like this is going to open the door for some static figures, which I would much rather see on the market. I feel like they are far more detailed. They don't look as goofy because you don't have to worry about how the parts are going to be moving. But yeah, all in all, definitely satisfied. I am very curious to see how the actual figures look when we get the production line figures and not just these artist renditions. I don't want everyone to go out and just be extremely fucking excited and not be realistic about this, because we have seen stuff like this from Trick or Treat Studios in the past, and there has definitely been some commotion caused by that. So keep that stuff in mind, and with that being said, I'm actually pretty excited. So thank you to Trick or Treat Studios for doing this. Definitely think that it is going to do well for the Halloween market and Halloween collectors like myself. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I am curious to hear your guys' thoughts, and that is going to do it for today's video. So thank you very much for tuning in. I definitely appreciate your time. Say no to drugs and alcohol, stop killing spiders, and until next time, we will see you guys later.
You need a fucking mask on. I hate AJ girls don't wanna ask for. Catch me fucking popping wheelies, driving like the NASCAR. Mask on, mask on, mask on, mask on. You might see him off in traffic, he be moving around. I hate AJ good, tagged it on.